Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if this is your first time being here. My name is Melissa. This is Empowered Gems Tarot, and in today's reading, we're going to be answering the question, what does your person truly want from you or for this connection? So I'm going to try to tap into what your person is wanting or desiring as it pertains to the connection at this particular moment in time. Keep in mind, this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages may vary in how specifically they're going to resonate with each individual viewer out there. So, as a best practice, as you are viewing the reading, if anything feels confusing or just doesn't really feel like it fits what you know your situation to be, take it as a sign that the message just may not be for you today. Release it, let it go. Understand that sometimes the messages are for others out there in the collective that were drawn to the same reading as us. If you guys did want to book a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box down below. Personal readings can be a better way to get a more specific read on your own personal energy and situation. So if you ever find that these general readings on YouTube just aren't getting you the guidance that you're looking for, booking a reading with a reader that you trust can get you a more specific and accurate view of your own situation. All right. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and select your reading. So if you're drawn to reading number 1, we're going to be working with the Wild Reflections Tarot and this Kyanite sphere. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we're going to be working with the Urban Tarot and this Rose Quartz sphere. Okay. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we're going to be working with the NYC Tarot and this fluorite sphere. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and what it is that they truly desire from you at this time. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this Kyanite sphere and the Wild Reflections Tarot, this will be your message. So today we're going to be looking into what your person truly wants from you or from this connection at this time. So let's go ahead and jump into the overall energies with these oracle cards here. So what do they truly want? So we have Magi, reconcile differences. We have victim mentality. Okay. And then we have in separation. Okay, Group 1, let's start here. I kind of feel like your person wants to feel like they're on good terms with you again, especially with this energy of reconcile differences and with Magi. Like, I think that your person desires to maybe manifest a reconciliation with you. I think that they would like to have some sort of a conversation with you with this blue energy being here. This is connected to the throat chakra. But I feel for many of you who chose Group 1 that this person is sort of getting in their own way as it pertains to actually fulfilling this wish for themselves. With this victim mentality coming through, I think that your person is feeling pretty helpless right now as it pertains to the situation. I think they feel like their hands are tied. I feel like they are having a hard time like taking ownership or accountability over themselves at this time, or they're having a hard time owning their power and their energy as it pertains to whatever happened in this situation. Because I definitely feel like you guys are in separation. I feel like there's some sort of a disconnect here, and I don't think that this person is feeling great about it. I do pick up on somebody who feels sad or who feels frustrated or is longing for things to come back together and be better. Right? Like they want things to feel better between the two of you. They want this reconciliation energy. But they have a lot of like self-sabotaging thoughts that are preventing that from happening. right? This says believes they have no control over things that happen to them and blames others. I just feel like they are in this victim energy because they have a hard time like taking accountability for their own part in things. And so with this separation energy, it's really kind of interesting because on the one hand, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are in separation with this person. But on the other hand, this person wants reconciliation, yet they're keeping you at a distance in action, right? This says insecurities and attachment issues begin to appear, causing a rift in the relationship. So it wouldn't surprise me if for some of you guys, this person sort of longs for you from afar, or they have like an avoidant tendency, an avoidant attachment or something like that, where they have this really romanticized version of you in their head. They think a lot about coming back together and manifesting you back in. But then in practice, their belief system, their attachment issues keep them separate from you, right? So they want this change, but I don't always feel like, it just doesn't always feel like to me like this is an energy of somebody who wants to actually put in the work to create that reconciliation that they would like to. Okay. So what do they want from you, group one? Let's keep going. This is already very interesting. What does group one's person truly want from them, Spirit? Three of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Four of Wands. And then we have a Two of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So I think they're kind of back and forth, up and down, kind of weighing options around what they want and how they would want to come back around to you, or how they might want to reconcile. I also feel for a lot of you guys that this person may have some issues when it comes to balancing things in their life. They might be really busy, or kind of telling themselves that, or maybe just like outside of this connection, they have other things going on that you guys might not be fully attuned to, right? And so maybe that's where some of the victim mentality comes from. It's like maybe they just feel like there's nothing I can do right now. I'm too busy. I have all this other stuff going on, which really isn't fully accurate. I mean, we make time in life for the things that are important to us, right? And so maybe a part of what they're grappling with is that they feel as though something in their life would have to be removed off of their plate in order for them to show up a little bit better when it comes to you and this connection. But one thing that kind of jumped out at me right away with this Three of Pentacles was you can see that we've got two men standing here, and they're kind of just watching this woman do the work. They're watching her create. They're watching her paint. And it just makes me feel for a lot of you guys like what they want is they want for you guys to come back together. They want to work things out. They want to, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear that dog barking. He just started going crazy as I was recording. They want to work things out, but it makes me feel like they want you to kind of pick up the slack for them. Because again, they're in this helpless sort of victim mentality. Maybe for some of you, they really do feel like they need help, right? Maybe not for all of you, is this like a victim mentality of their own making? Maybe their hands really are tied. Maybe they are really busy. Maybe some of these things are true. I think that they want to work things out, but they're going to feel more comfortable with you being the one to kind of initiate the repair and doing more of the work toward initiating that repair, whatever that would look like. And so with the Four of Swords, I think what this does is like it creates a lot of stress in their mind, where it's like, I actually kind of feel, okay, I'm getting a little bit of a different message here. I feel like you guys are a stress reliever for this person because of maybe like, especially if you identify with the energy of this feminine who's really creative and, you know, artsy, or maybe somebody who is a good team player, someone who's a good collaborator. You know, this person with all the stress that they're dealing with right now, with the Four of Swords, I feel like when you're in their life, it does make them feel like they can kind of rest a little bit, like they don't have to juggle so much because you take a lot of that off of their plate. So that could be the case for some of you. But it's like, I just see them being very stressed in general as it pertains to the separation, this connection. It just kind of confirms what I've been picking up on this whole time, that they do want to come back together with you. They want to feel like they belong with you. They want to feel like you guys have things that are good, like a good vibe between you again. But it just seems like when it comes to actually putting in the work, they would rather you be the one to kind of pick that up and initiate that repair. They don't want to have to do a lot of work here. And even when I look at this Four of Wands, this is just sort of an energy of everybody being, everybody just existing, belonging. You know, they're having fun together, they're friends. And so they may want to come back together with you as friends, and just feel like that camaraderie with you again. But I don't see a lot of indications that they're going to put in a lot of work to get there. Okay. So let's keep going. More tea, please, Spirit. What does Group 1's person truly want with them at this time? What do they truly want? We do have manipulation. Head games are for children. So they're really in their head about this. And again, there could be a shadow side of this energy where they would rather have you be the one who fixes it, even though maybe they've been the source of a lot of the problems here. And then we have narcissist. Exactly. Like, and then we have ex. So maybe they're caught up with an ex right now, or you are an ex to them. But here's the thing, guys. Like, this person, they're very self-serving in their energy. They want to reconcile differences with you, but I really see somebody who's lacking in self-reflection and lacking in accountability when it comes to their own behavior. And with this narcissist energy coming up, this is somebody who is operating from a place of lack, right? It's all about them. Whatever they want is what happens here. I'm getting like an energy vampire vibe from this person, right? Maybe they could be a really kind person. Maybe they are somebody that you guys have had a friendship with or good vibes with before. They definitely miss that with you, but I don't feel like this is somebody who's bringing a lot to you. And so it's interesting because I know that we're asking about like what they want from you, but I feel like Spirit is really pointing out to you guys, my viewer, how self-serving this person truly is. Because literally the point that the core point that I'm getting from them is that they want you to be the one to fix the problems that they created, that they contributed to. Okay, so let's see. What else, Spirit, for Group 1? What does this person truly want with Group 1? We have emotionally unavailable for you. Okay. We have divine timing. Now is not a favorable time. There are things impacting this connection. We have romance. Your emotional needs will be met with this connection. And then we have single. So I wonder if this person just recently got out of a relationship, or maybe you guys broke up with them. Maybe you guys were involved, or there was a third party here that they've just split with. It's interesting, right? Because I think this person can see that you're somebody that they could really get a lot of benefits from, right? Like they see you as somebody that their emotional needs, their romantic needs would be met with. But I do think that there is some level of self-awareness here, you guys, from this person that like maybe they know on some level that they're not really available for that. And with this Four of Swords and this divine timing, there's an acknowledgement here that maybe it's not the right time to come back together. And so even though I do feel like for a lot of you, this victim mentality is very like self-sabotage energy, like it's in their head and it doesn't necessarily have to be this way. I do think that there is still a piece of this story where with this Two of Pentacles, this person may just have too many other things that they're trying to juggle or balance in their life. And the timing for them to actually come forward and repair things with you is just not ideal. So I think that's a big part of why they kind of wish for you to just come in and repair it, because I think they want things to feel better with you. They want to feel like you guys are cool, right? But it's like they just don't have the capacity from their perspective to actually like be the one to initiate the repair or contribute meaningfully to the repair or the teamwork or whatever would be involved. So we're just going to do a couple more decks, see what additional insights we can get. Anything else, Spirit? What does this person truly want from group 1? Freedom, yeah. Casual, being single, and lightness. They don't want to be tied down right now. So again, it's like even though they see that their romantic needs can be met, ultimately this person just wants to be free. They don't want responsibility right now. Or they prefer a more casual sort of connect with you. We also have the young male. So this person could be younger in age or just maybe a bit emotionally immature. They could be dealing with some matters with regard to property behind the scenes. Again, you know, the Two of Pentacles, it's not just juggling tasks. It can also have to do with juggling finances, right? So maybe this person has a lot going on with their finances behind the scenes. Maybe things connected to like housing or property could be impacting them. For a lot of you guys, I feel like they're newly single, whether they're newly single from you or just newly single from someone else. Okay, let's get one more deck to close us out. Group 1. What does this person truly want? Please, Spirit, with my group 1 viewer. We have sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. I think they're still probably watching you from afar, but they're trying to kind of make it sneaky, like so that you can't see that they're watching. Again, this talks about perception, so it could also just be mirroring what I'm saying about how their view of the situation is that they're more helpless than what they actually are. Okay. I also kind of get this energy of them wanting to shield themselves from something. You know, when I think of sunglasses, it's like you have to wear them so that your eyes don't get damaged from the brightness of the sun. And so I think that there's something, I was kind of noticing these two cards were bright white in color, which makes me feel like there's something being exposed in this connection. This person's afraid of exposure. I just keep feeling like they are avoiding accountability or ownership over something. And so I think when it comes to you with these sunglasses, this is about them kind of blocking that metaphorical light that's being shown on their deficiencies. We also have karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So this is this has been a tough lesson for this person, right? With karmic relationship coming through. We do also have twin flames here at the bottom. So it's possible that you and this person were kind of mirroring things back to each other. And I think that's part of why this person feels a little bit uncomfortable around you, or a little bit of this like victim energy around you, because I think you guys have been mirroring something back to them that's been really difficult for them to acknowledge in themselves. And I don't think that they're in a place with this divine timing that they're like really ready to kind of acknowledge whatever that was, so that they can transmute that, heal it, and show up better for you. It just seems like this person takes more than they can give, you guys. And I think there is a certain level of awareness of that is coming up for your person. But I think ultimately what they want is they want space to kind of be free to do what they want to do. They want things to feel more casual. And I think they're much more about like you owning the repair and initiating the repair than them doing it. Okay. So this is what I see, group 1. Please comment below. Let me know what's happening with this person. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Urban Tarot and this rose quartz sphere, this will be your reading. So today we're going to be looking into what your person truly wants with you at this time. And we're going to kick it off by looking at their overall energies, just to kind of see what their vibe is right now toward you. So starting us off, we have Eros, Spirit of Cupid. We have New Beginnings. Okay. And we have Courage. Okay, group 2. Well, this energy is really beautiful. So, with the Spirit of Cupid coming up here, I think that this person has been struck by Cupid. Like, I think that they They definitely have feelings for you. They definitely have love for you. Their heart is open or opening with this Eros energy, this beautiful pink energy being here. I wonder for a lot of you guys with this rose quartz, this Eros energy, if this person has kind of struggled with self-love or self-worth issues leading up to this point. And I feel like they have done some healing work around that, or they could still be kind of processing through certain things. But with new beginnings coming up here, this talks about starting fresh with an open mind, knowing where you lacked in the past and using that to create success in the future, allowing yourself to accept changes that might bring good things to you. And I'm just kind of noticing like this potato kind of like beneath the surface here, sprouting leaves upward. So I don't know, maybe there's something about this person having spent some time alone or kind of done their shadow work, because I think of like being underground as digging deep or doing their shadow work. Maybe they've just become a little bit more aware of certain things that they've done wrong in the past or certain ways that didn't serve them in the past, wanting something new and something fresh when it comes to you and this connection. And with this courage energy, this is about mustering up literally the courage to be able to come towards you, the courage to be able to start this new beginning. This says willingness to confront agony, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation. Again, speaking to that shadow work. Strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty, right? So there could be something that this person sort of has to face still when it comes to you or when it comes to this connection, or maybe there's still things that they have to face within themselves. But it definitely feels like they're looking for something new and fresh with you. So let's get into the tarot next. As I'm parting the deck, look what's coming through again, the Strength card. So interesting. So what do they want from group 2, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the Prince of Cups, the filmmaker. Okay. We have the Five of Cups, disappointment. And then we have the Lovers. Ooh. We also have a Knight of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, the Game Master. That's kind of interesting. So maybe this person has been sort of planning to come back towards you. I feel like they have maybe been a little bit strategic about it, like maybe waiting for the right moment versus acting on impulse, which is definitely different for the Knight of Swords, because I definitely feel like this Knight of Swords is usually somebody who's pretty impulsive, right? They're going to rush toward what they want. There's a certain level of ambition here, but he's playing chess in this card. So this gives me the impression of somebody who's being a little bit more calculated, a little bit more cautious, a little bit more strategic about when they're going to approach you and how they're going to approach you. Okay. Judgment is here as well. This almost looks like the Vietnam memorial to me in Washington, D.C. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be mirrored after. And it's like there's this energy. So there's this energy. You see how she's sort of like walking and seeing a reflection of an old version of her in this wall, in this memorial. Okay, so I think that there's something here. This person sort of like, judgment is about reviewing, right? Like reviewing the past, reviewing your life, reviewing who you are, reviewing the situation, and kind of asking yourself, am I ready to change? Am I ready to move to the next level? Am I ready to rise to this call that I have? Maybe your person, I don't know, like there's a lot here with shadow work that comes through. I don't know if your person group 2 has struggled with like some pretty deep traumas. Like, I don't know, like when I'm thinking of this Vietnam memorial in DC, like, the Vietnam War was one of the worst, I mean, I think all war is terrible, but like this was one of the worst times for veterans in American history in particular. And so it just makes me wonder if your person, this is like a metaphor for some sort of like really traumatic situation that they went through, or just deeper seated issues that they've been working on with their shadow work. And so that judgment energy is about being ready to kind of change it, being ready to move into the next stage. Maybe judgment also talks about second chances, right? So, and there's definitely this energy of new beginnings here and second chances here. So whether this is like a person that you guys have tried things with in the past and it didn't work out, or maybe this is a new person that you're just starting to get to know, there's something about them that is changing in the way that they are approaching this situation. So if you guys have had a past, it's like they want to do things differently with you this time. If they are dealing with the ghosts of their past, or they've done things in the past that didn't work for them, same message applies. It's like you're a new person and they want to do things differently with you, right? So they don't make the same mistakes that they made in the past. So I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, so what do they want from you guys? So we start off here with the Prince of Cups. This is the filmmaker. I think this person has like a vision. They have a vision, a romantic vision for like what they want this connection to look like, or how they would like to pursue you. This person could be somebody who's really creative, or who's really, maybe they're kind of grand in their gestures. More mundanely, maybe this person wants to just like take you to the movies, or there's something creative that the two of you share in together. But they have, like, with the filmmaker, it's just making me feel like they have, again, been reviewing their life up until this point, reviewing the choices and decisions that they've made up until this point. And they want to create something different this time with their love life. This person has been pushed, to this change from disappointments in the past. And I do feel like this person may still be healing from some disappointments here. When I'm looking at this almost looks like a cabinet where family photos or fine china, like family heirlooms, would be stored. I don't know, it's just continuing to make me feel like there's something from the past that this person is still healing from, or still haunted by, or still working through. Okay? But the beauty in the Five of Cups, you guys, is that the Five of Cups, it is about grieving the past, but it's also about seeing what's still left and being able to salvage what is still left. And so, yes, there are some broken flowers, broken vases, broken glasses, but there's still all of this china that's still hanging and still salvageable here. So that's kind of what they're focused on. It's like, this is time for a new beginning. I want to salvage what we have, or I want to move forward with more optimism, even though I've lost things in love in the past. And with the Lover's energy here, I mean, like, this is marital energy. So for some of you guys, I feel like this person wants to get married. They want to be married. If you guys have been married to this person, they may want to continue to work on the marriage, getting over some of the past things of the past that have caused issues. But this person is wanting to feel like this very deep connection with you, and they want commitment, is what I feel from this. Okay, so we are going on for a long time, group 2. I still have several more decks to use, so let's keep going. This is super interesting. Okay, so what does this person truly want? And look, as I'm shuffling, we have marriage coming up. So what does this person truly want, Spirit, for my group 2 viewers at this time? What do they want? Oh, we have good intentions. That's cute. And we have hurt. Yeah, see, look, with the trash here at the bottom, there's definitely still like this energy of like things from the past, or wounds or triggers that are still being worked through. Okay, and I think with your person, you guys, something that they're maybe becoming aware of is how this type of behavior, or whatever it is that has hurt them in the past, how it sort of leaks through in their behavior without them fully realizing it, right? Because when we think of trash, when you don't dispose of it properly, it starts to stink, right? It starts to smell bad. And so this is just kind of a metaphor, I think, for the healing work that this person has had to do to sort of understand all the stuff beneath the surface that leaks out and causes problems. Okay. And I do think that this person is still very much transmuting through some of that at this time, but they do have very good and positive intentions toward you. I feel like this person would want to like ask you on a date, or if this is like someone you guys have known or been married to, like they maybe want to like rekindle things with you. Let's continue. Group 2. What does this person truly want from my group 2 viewers? Please, Spirit. What do they truly want? We have let's try this. Willing and wants to put in the effort to see where things will go. Yeah. We have healing. Someone is healing or needs to focus on healing. So there is still this energy that they know that they have a lot of healing work to do, but they do seem like they want to put their best foot forward and try again. Let's get one more. Ooh, we have cheater. Okay. Don't expect this one to settle down for you. So that's interesting. I kind of wonder if this person cheated in the past or if they've been cheated on in the past. Take it as it resonates for you. Like if you guys know that this person has cheated, like if they've cheated on you before, then you know what this is talking about. For others of you, I feel like this person feels hurt because maybe they've been cheated on. I could see both scenarios here. And again, that energy of cheating is very much a part of like this healing work that they need to do. I think especially if they're the ones that were a cheater, I feel like this person has been married before, whether it was to you or to someone else. You know, this is the type of stuff that causes things to metaphorically stink, right? Cheating is some sort of an unhealed wound or issue within this person that they're acting on instead of going within and doing that inner work to face it, right? But then for others of you, it could be that maybe they were married and they were cheated on by their partner, right? And so there's healing work that still needs to be done around that. And it would make sense why they would be a little bit scared or needing to muster up courage to allow themselves to be vulnerable again. Okay. So let's continue. What else, Spirit? What does this person truly want from group 2 at this time? I think if they have cheated, they definitely want to put their best foot forward to try things again with you, try to do things differently. But I think the key is for you guys, I think that you're going to have to really make sure that this person is doing their inner work, because if they're not, then unfortunately the same patterns can repeat again, right? And then we have open relationship. Interesting. Okay. So we have past love, in the past, past lover, and then we have open relationship, no commitment, casual, and openness. So there's definitely some sort of connection to the past. And I've been getting that very, very strongly as we've been moving through this reading, that this person is either somebody that you guys have a history with, or they are haunted still by things that have happened in their past. Now, this open relationship energy is interesting, right? Because it's coming up right on top of this marital energy of the lovers. And so this talks about having no commitment, casual, or openness. I think that your person, because they are still healing, it's possible that they could approach you with an energy of like, let's try this. Let's kind of see where things go, without wanting to have any serious conversations about like what the ultimate goal is just yet, right? To me, this just kind of strikes me as somebody who's open, who's kind of like putting their toe in the water, but they're not fully diving in yet. Okay. So let's see. What do they want, Spirit? This is our last deck for group 2. We have talking, interested, conversing more, awaiting message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So they definitely want to talk with you. They want to have a conversation. They want to catch up if you guys have been in separation. Maybe they want to have a conversation with you about this connection and where you guys both see things going. Okay. We also have engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. So I agree with what I said earlier, you guys. I do think that this person wants commitment. I do think they want marriage. I think they want something that feels more solidified. But I feel like this open relationship energy is coming up because they're very tentative. Like they're still hesitant. They are still healing, right? And that could be an example of this trash energy that's leaking through. And look, underneath of that, we also have anxious mind. And we do have uncertain as well. I really feel like your person has been hurt in the past. They've either been cheated on when they were married or in a committed relationship, or they cheated. And I think either way, it sort of made this person a little gun shy when it comes to really like diving into something head first. This definitely strikes me as somebody who wants to take their time, who wants to just kind of get to know you and talk to you, see how things go. They still, if they cheated, they may still be somebody who's working on building trust within themselves again, right? They may be facing some really painful truths about their behavior. We do have twin flames here at the bottom of the deck. So, twin flames talk about mirroring, right? And so it's possible that you, my viewer, have mirrored something to this person about their own energy that's causing a little bit of discomfort, but it's ultimately pushing this person to heal in a positive way. So this is really interesting, group 2. Your person definitely seems to have a lot of depth and substance to them. I mean, every situation is going to be different, but I'd be curious to hear from you. Like, is this a new person? Is this somebody you guys have dealt with in the past? I'd love to know a little bit from you in the comments about how this resonates and what's happening between you and this person at this time. Because it looks to me like they want repair and they want a fresh start with something leading towards commitment, but it just seems like they may still have some healing to overcome or some hurt feelings to overcome at this time. So comment below, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading really soon. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the NYC Tarot deck and this fluorite sphere, this will be your message. And today we're going to be looking into what your person truly wants from you. So these readings have both been super interesting so far, so I'm very excited to see what we get for you, group 3. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at their overall energies, and then we'll get into the tarot. So what do they want from you? We have watermelon, mindfulness. We have mirroring nature. Okay. And we have balancing. Okay. So I think that the energy that I'm getting from this person is that they, I feel, are trying to be a little bit more mindful or intentional about the way that they move with you, because I kind of just get the sense that maybe this person has wronged you in the past, or maybe they feel like they've wronged you, or if there's been like a lack of balance or reciprocity in this connection. Okay. So we have remorseful through actionable change, wants to undo the wrongs and do right by you. Understanding what you put in, you get out. Karmic justice. So it may not even be that this person wronged you. Maybe for some of you they did. But I think that this person just showing me as somebody who wants to do the right thing. And for whatever reason, there's some sort of like focus or intention that they're setting, or they're needing to be very mindful about how they show up with you so that they can act according to their values. Okay, now we also have mirroring nature here. This talks about great source of reflection and growth, willingness to understand and genuinely connect. They show you your deepest fears, insecurities, and shadows through action. So I am wondering if you guys sort of like unintentionally or unknowingly mirrored something to this person about the way that they show up that maybe was out of balance with the way that you showed up, or maybe kind of highlighted some insufficiencies here, or insecurities that they have, their shadow energies. And so I think for a lot of you guys, I like that I see mindfulness here, because this makes me feel like this person is a little bit more self-aware, right? Like they have maybe reflected on some of the things that they've learned, or they have a willingness to understand and show up differently based on that. Show up in a better way based on that. Okay. So let's keep going. So what do they want? Spirit, what does group 3's person truly want at this time with my group 3 viewers or from my group 3 viewers? What do they want? What does this person truly want from group 3? Knight of Wands. Interesting. Okay. I'm getting an interesting message from that. Okay. We also have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. And then we also have the 7 of Wands here as well. And then we have Judgment here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So there could be an opportunity here for a fresh start or a new beginning in this connection. I also think this person could be in an evaluative phase right now in terms of how they're showing up with you. Okay. I kind of feel for some of you guys with this Knight of Wands that this person maybe behaved in ways in the past that were a little bit reckless or impulsive, because we have this building on fire. And in this depiction of the Knight of Wands, we have the firefighter coming in to put out the fire. And so I just kind of wonder if this person showing up in this balancing, mindful energy, it gives me the sense that they would like to show up in a way that is I'm almost like getting damage control. Like, they want to rush in and fix like whatever problem they caused here, whatever they metaphorically set on fire. It's like reacting to something. And I almost wonder if that's the issue with this person, is that maybe there's somebody who's more reactive versus proactive, and something about their reactivity caused chaos or caused problems for you guys. Okay. And so again, this is where their overall energy is a little bit more slow and intentional. With the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who rushes in without thinking about things. And because of that can sometimes create chaos or excitement, or, it's just generally an energy of like we're bursting into something, but it's not sustainable or well thought out over time. And so I think this person does want to balance that out. They want to put out those metaphorical fires that they caused. Now, something that's interesting here is we also have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles is usually an energy of somebody who's really self-sufficient, somebody who doesn't necessarily need a lot, somebody who doesn't necessarily ask for a lot. They've done the work to be able to stand sufficiently on their own. So it's possible that this is how this person views you, right? Like maybe this person views you as somebody who's very high value, somebody who is self-sustaining, somebody who doesn't require a lot of reciprocity, or somebody who doesn't require a lot from them. Maybe that's part of the problem here, why they're now having to come in and do some damage control, because maybe that was an inaccurate perception. But for others of you, I kind of feel like this person, maybe this is the energy that they wish to embody, right? Somebody who shows a little bit more independent or high value in your eyes. There's a mirroring nature here, right? So remember, there's something about you that's mirroring something to this person. And I do think that there is an energy of them admiring you for your self-sufficiency, your independence, your value, whatever it is that you bring to the table that they admire. And this energy is very different from this Knight of Wands, right? This is somebody who's a builder. This is somebody who's worked hard to get to where they are. This is somebody who's able to enjoy the fruits of their labor because they have worked hard to get there, where this is an energy of like impulsivity. Let me rush in. So again, I think that you guys mirrored something to this person about themselves, and they may desire to rectify the wrongs, but I think they also are very inspired by you and kind of want to be like you, if that makes sense, with this 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Now we have the 7 of Wands, which is a very interesting energy. And when I'm looking at this card, it looks like we have a garbage truck here. Okay. And what does that say? Keep NYC clean. Yeah, there's like a garbage truck here. throwing something away. When I'm looking at the trees, though, I'm thinking more about like recycling versus throwing something away. What am I getting from this? I want to, never mind. Yes, I do. Hold on one moment. I want to look in the guidebook to see, because I'm not familiar with all the different, okay, here we go. So the Seven of Wands shows a DSNY garbage man loading up a ton of garbage in Tot Hill, the highest elevation point in the city. You can see everything from here, but it takes hard work to stay at the top. This card indicates struggles, stress, and obstacles in life, and that stinks. We all have to work to get through some garbage in life just to get where we want to be. Just make sure you don't have a trashy attitude, okay? Interesting. And then the keywords here are using caution, endurance, pressure, or stress. So this person might be going through a lot, you guys, behind the scenes, right? Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they're under a lot of pressure. Maybe there's something about your excellence that also makes them feel pressure. So it's not necessarily your fault. It's just the natural way that you show up mirrors something about this person's lack of stability or their reactivity to things or the messes that they can make sometimes through being impulsive. And so I think that this is why your person is showing up in this mindful balancing energy, because I think that they do want to push forward within this connection. They want to make things right, but they want to make sure that they're showing up well for you. Now, the Seven of Wands, this can also talk about when somebody is sort of keeping us at arm's length, right? And so they might be doing that. They might be doing that intentionally because maybe they know they're not in like the best position to come forward at this time or to show up well for you. They're putting out fires over here. So whether that has to do with you or other things in their life, they could be keeping you at arm's length and just kind of focusing on their own independence at this time or wanting to focus on their own independence at this time. So let's keep going. What does this person truly want, Spirit, from group 2? What does this person truly want from, my group 3 viewers? Oh. Uncertain. And then we have engagement here as well. We do also have the message of not interested at the bottom of the deck. So that's interesting. Okay. So I just kind of feel like this person, maybe they don't really know what they want, right? I feel like there's definitely something here that they feel like they've screwed up when it comes to you. And I think that this person might be kind of struggling with like, okay, how do I go about repairing that? But then we also have this energy of engagement here, which can talk about a proposal, taking something to the next level, commitment energy. But they're kind of like maybe keeping you at a distance or trying to be more cautious or more mindful about how they offer that up. So maybe there's a part of them that wants commitment or wants to kind of take things to the next level with you, but they're not sure really how to go about doing that right now. Okay. So let's continue. What do they want, Spirit, from group 3? What does this person want from group number 3? We have forgiveness. Mistakes were made, but don't leave. They want you to forgive them for what they did. They want your forgiveness for whatever drama they caused in the past. Okay. We have back and forth. When you're gone, I want you back, but nothing is going to change once I get you back, which makes sense with that Knight of Wands. And this could be maybe something that this person is starting to become more self-aware of within their own energy, right? Because again, they're trying to be mindful. They're trying to do what's right. And with that Seven of Wands, they could be keeping you guys at arm's length because they're not sure what they want to do yet. One more, please, Spirit. We have emotionally unavailable for you. Okay. We do have authentic, feels like home. So you are a comfort space for this person. For a select few of you, I do kind of wonder if this person got engaged or got committed to someone else. And so now they're not available for this connection, which could be why they're keeping you at a distance and emotionally unavailable for you. I just think that this person doesn't know what they want. And they know that they don't know what they want. And so they're trying to be mindful about the way that they show up with you, which may be coming across as a little bit non-committal at this time. Maybe they know that you guys want commitment, but they're not ready for that with this uncertain and this Knight of Wands. And to be honest with you guys, the Nine of Pentacles can sometimes indicate somebody who wants to be single, right? So that could be a part of this too, that this person is kind of grappling with. It's like, even though you are a comfort zone for them and they like your energy, are they really going to want to rest here permanently at this time? They're not sure about that. So what do they want, Spirit? What does Group 3 want from this? What does this person want from my Group 3 viewers, please? Beauty Queen, shining on stage and adored. So they want admiration from you. I think they like getting attention from you. I think they're very attracted to you. And again, they see you as somebody who's very high value. Like, you guys probably get a lot of attention. And maybe that's part of what magnetized them to you. And again, I think it's one of the things that was mirrored back to them, right? Like, you're somebody with this Nine of Pentacles that they view as being very high value. And it's not just you. I think a lot of people view you in that way, which makes this person want you. What else, please, Spirit? We have career, business, success, and advancement. So maybe this person is more focused on career matters at this time, or you guys might have a work connection with them. Okay. Maybe they're keeping you at arm's length for career reasons. And if you guys do work together, this could be another part of why this person is trying to be mindful of how they behave around you, right? Because there's definitely like attraction here with this Knight of Wands. There's impulsivity here with this Knight of Wands. You know, this person might, because they find you to be really attractive or high value or maybe really beautiful, they may be sort of understand that they have to be cautious about how they navigate that at work. Let's continue. Group 3. What does this person want from my Group 3 viewers, please, Spirit? Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing their hand, and gambling. So there's that Knight of Wands, like that impulsivity where it's like they kind of want to take a jump toward you, but there's risk involved, which is what makes them uncertain and what kind of keeps you, which is why they're keeping you at a distance and trying to be mindful about how they engage. We also have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. This person may also have just recently gotten out of something for some of you, right? Whether it was getting out of this connection with you, or maybe they just got out of a connection with someone else, maybe with someone that they were committed or engaged with. They also could just be very simply trying to work on their own healing at this time. Because I do really get that for a lot of you guys, this person has some level of self-awareness of their own behavior that causes problems. Okay, we have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So maybe some of that stuff has been at play in this connection. I do think this person is very attracted to you with this Beauty Queen here and this Knight of Wands, right? And so there's that temptation there for them where they want to kind of jump toward you, but they know with the fire here that that's going to maybe cause problems, okay? So what do they want, group 3? It's complicated. I don't think they really know what they want. I think they just know that they're attracted to you. I think they want to take a leap toward you, but this feels more like somebody who's controlling impulses and trying to show up in whatever way they feel is like the right, just, fair way to do it. And that might actually involve them keeping a distance from you because they don't want to do something impulsive or do something that's going to cause problems by you or for themselves, for that matter. Okay. So this is what I see, group 3. I don't know if this really gave you a lot of clarity, to be honest. Your person's very mixed up, so I apologize for that. But comment below. Let me know a little bit about your person and what's been happening with you guys so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye.